No, I'm talking about when he talked about. All right, here we go.
Hello, America. It is I, Big Rocky and Big Mister.
Yep, Big Mister reporting up in the booth for hopefully a full race worth of duty today. And when I talk about duty, I'm not talking about taking a crap for 40 laps.
And we're back and we're green in the iRacing restart zone.
Underway at Indy.
You know, I never got to do my pick to win the race because, you know, we went live late. But my pick to win this race, Mister, is none other than that.
Connor.
No. My pick to win this race is none other than that Rebel number 8 machine of Diddy Nook.
Who started from the pole position.
He's driving the car I used to drive, and it looks fast, and hopefully he can get the sweep here at Indy. Who you got winning this race? And your car. Anyway. Alright. Now it's just going to be me for a little bit.
Out in front, Connor getting much closer to the apex right there, and he'll be able to make maybe a little bit of momentum out of turn 4 to the start-finish line. Big blocks by the 20 and onto the 24 of Trey, trying to impose his will in the early laps because you never know what could happen throughout the duration of this race.
You know, I want to shine some light on Fenty's scheme. Fenty's scheme is very interesting. I love Pink Floyd, but very interesting as we got Zach going up the track into the wall. Maybe no, Trey got into the wall last turn.
And you want to talk about into the wall?
Oh, good Brunswick. It's a nice scheme, Brunswick. Pink Floyd's pretty good.
Connor trying to chase down the 8 of Nook right now. Nook just holding his composure, but Connor is lower on the speedway. And what y'all know about being on the speedway? No one cares.
I know a lot about being on the speedway. Is now Fenty is trying to get up to maybe a big MC and big DN.
I swear.
Diddy Nook, Mickey Connor.
I swear I thought somebody was going to say Big Yahoo.
Big Yahoo.
Big Yahoo.
What are you talking about, Benjamin Netanyahu? You want to look at that number 24 car at Trey. As we got OTF going down to the bottom of Monk, trying to make that pass, and he does.
But I said, when you're...
Oh, boy. Connor into the wall slightly. He's going to lose a lot off of that. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, he lost a lot that lap. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Connor dropped way back. He's going to have to get... him and Nook weren't running that far off of one another in terms of the lines that are running. So it's going to be really hard to, make consecutive laps to get back up to the 8 of Nook. And down the back straightaway, you should see what Connor's got.
OTF. Oh, OTF was smoking. I don't know what happened.
Maybe got into somebody.
Yeah, I think he got into somebody or something. No caution. We stay green here at Indy. And, like I said, my pick to win this race and go home and kiss the bricks is that number 8 car. As apparently him and Monk, OTF and Monk got into it. And Monk is being served with a 1 out of 3 as Monk's going to look to the outside of Zach. He's going to give Zach some good pushes down the front straightaway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Connor gained or lost any time that
Literally
lap.
ran the exact same lap as the 8 of Nook. That is crazy. He ran you can even go to the time board. I want to see maybe how close that lap was really, but, very, very even. And that's the problem is when you get lower into one corner and then higher in the next and you're matching lap times, that is a nightmare because, you don't know what to do better, right? You're not losing anything. You're running the same line as them, and you're just waiting you know you're in the optimal line and you're just waiting on a mistake. It's something you can't control.
We got a battle for
absolutely wasting no time gaining it back in.
we got a battle for fourth between the number 29 and 20 of Zach and Monk.
Yeah.
And then we got Benjamin Netanyahu behind them trying to catch.
The 9 has now put it down to a car length that separates him and the 8. To the bottom of Connor. To the point goes the 9 machine. Connor to the lead.
To the lead goes that Adopt Me number 9 car of Nook as
Connor. That.
And now Nook getting back in front. Can that Adopt Me number 9? Oh, hard in the wall goes Connor. Adopt Me number 9 won't be leading this lap. Are we talking about pit stops and stuff? What? When would you come in and get some tire fuel?
I don't know. If I'm someone like Nook and Connor, I'm trying to extend the tank and all that, but you know, that's not as easy to do as it is to say. And I would be lifting earlier in these corners, and I would be having absolutely zero brake input. You can see into these corners, Nook is lifting now, but you know, I would have zero brake input right now. I'd be trying to gain gas because the way the fuel window is going to work out, I'm trying to take this thing up and see if potentially save 5 laps, and if you can't, then what do you lose by trying to back the corners up, maybe find some line, find something. Right now it looks like you're going to come in around that lap 17-ish number, and you're going to want to extend the full...
battle. It's Nook and Connor.
You want to extend the fullest extent, Rocky. But the other thing is, you don't want to let that number 9 machine go past, and you most certainly don't want to potentially get into a battle that's going to back yourself up to Fenty, Zach, Trey, Monk, or any of those other guys. You're talking about Monk, the Season 1, the Indy Brickyard 400. Fenty's also a Brickyard 400 winner. These guys have the experience to do it. Today, someone etches their name into Brickyard BRL history.
Yeah, good job for Nook actually doing something in a Busch car, something Kyle Busch can't do in real life. As now, Connor looking to the outside of Nook.
Hey, Rocky, I'd be careful talking like that. He might give you a 1 out of 3 from the commentator booth.
Oh, no, that's, OTF has pit.
First man in and no more merging. There's a 3-car battle for the fourth position.
It's Benjamin Netanyahu, Monk, and Zach. As Connor's hit the wall. Connor hit the wall, and you know, he doesn't have it all right now. Some would say he has a Prozac a day, but his girlfriend's in a CPA. Anyways, you know, you know, if you make the wrong pit stop in here, your dreams can go out the door, and that number 24 machine of Trey could win this race.
I'm going to go ahead and say it, Rocky. You're talking about strategy. Like I said, if I'm if I'm Connor or Nook, even someone further back, I'm trying to maybe lift going into the corners. You know, some of these guys, they're not lifting pretty much until they're in the corner. Why not lift going into the corner? You saw Connor had to put brake input in, and that's what I'm saying is, why not eliminate the aspect of the brakes and just sit there, kind of try and save some fuel, extend this to make this a one-stop race? It wouldn't be a huge ask. It would be saving 2 laps of gas at the Indy Brickyard, maybe 3, but this is way more doable than you think. And I think that a lot of these guys, I think you'll find that the guy that wins this race will be the driver who extends their tank to do what they want it to do.
Yeah, Chris merging in. No, I haven't seen him all race. But, yeah, back
You'll
to the
find
thing.
that the people with the biggest tanks right now, unsurprisingly, are your two leaders, Connor and Diddy Nook.
Yeah, like I said, your dreams are going to go out the door if you make a bad pit stop or a bad call to come in. And, like I said, at number 20, yeah, and, 24, there was only going to be one man to win this race. And, fuck, I don't know the other lyrics in 1985.
Come on now, this is something that you don't do, Rocky.
What?
Sing that song as Connor to the inside, trying to get the point.
Oh, Nook into the low corner goes. Connor goes for the spin. Oh, hard in the wall. Gonna collect Nook. Save it, Nook. Save it, Nook. Save it, Connor. Nook saved it.
They saved it. That is unreal.
Wow.
The two leaders get together, and to prevent their own fate from being doomed to a gassy caution, they saved it.
Chris is now a lap down.
Oh, I thought he was saying he gets a -1 out of 3.
Crazy.
We got a pitter. I think that's Fenty. It is.
Yes.
We have Go-Kart standing in the middle of pit road. What is he doing?
But yeah, one man's gonna win this race, but if you come in and have a bad stop or have a bad pit call of when you're gonna pit, you're gonna be like, my dreams just went out the door.
Just like my dad.
And you're like, what happened to my plans? And you're like, man, I should have been an actress.
Come on now.
I'm just doing this for Connor. I hope we can get Connor post race, and I'm gonna ask him about this. As Monk has received a 2 out of 3.
What did he do?
Calm down pit road as well. He's gonna be a little ahead of the leaders,
He's
but I
ran
think
over Brunswick. We have a fatality. Throw the caution.
Fatality? Is he dead?
Yeah, Brunswick just got run over.
By a reindeer.
Here comes Nook to get around and lap. The 8 of Nook is going to lap Tom. The 9 car back in second, trying to gain time on that 8 machine. Connor and Nook, but still been Nook. I don't think he's lost the lead this race. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
I think he's led every lap so far.
Yeah, thus far, I think Nook has led the show flag to flag. That would be an impeccable accomplishment. We have a spinner in the pit road. It's Trey.
Caution.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what would be good on track right now? A yellow SUV.
Right now, I am not happy with what I've just seen. I don't want the caution to be out. I was watching Nook doing strategy and stuff, and now instead of being happy, I am sad.
Well, I think we're gonna have at least one more green flag round. We're gonna have at least 1 or 2 more green flag pit stops after this. So
these monkeys couldn't hold it for 15 laps. How are they gonna do it for longer?
Pit next time. Pit next time.
If I had to guess, that may have been the longest green flag run we see this race.
Yeah.
And you know that if you pit here, you'll make it on one more stop. Trey or someone else. Trey probably already has to pit again.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, if I'm the Adopt Me number 9 Machine of Connor, that 8 Rebel Bourbon, you know, Bourbon's honestly pretty good, but that 8 Bourbon
Yeah, hold on. I
Chevrolet.
want to make a point before you say anything else. Remember, Trey came down pit road, and Trey came down pit road early. Was he? Did he not become one? Was he not one of the first ones down?
I don't know. I was watching the lead thing. I was watching the race for the lead, not back there. But you know, if I'm Connor and that Adopt Me number 9, that 8 machine is my enemy, and I will look at my average life, and nothing has been all right. And I want to get around this number 8 Bourbon machine.
You know, I think if I'm a Connor, the key thing here, the key advice I would tell him is he never wants to give it up, right? And you don't want to let yourself down, right?
Yeah, you don't.
What you want to do, you want to try to not do too much running around the track and end up hurting yourself in the long run. Because, you know, that might make you sad, might make you cry and want to say goodbye to row racing. But you know you'd be telling a lie because you love row racing.
Oh, bro, don't even be seeing that.
What a
And you know, and you know, honestly, guys like Monk never want to give this up, never want to let it down.
Bro, don't even be seeing that song.
All right, we got pit stops coming up here in a moment. Stay tuned, and you're gonna see the 9, the 8, the 20, the 24, and others making the pit boxes go to work.
Is there, next season in BRL, I want to make my number 4 digits.
Just get the Logano block on Connor and pit road.
Heads up, Brunswick. I want to make my number next season 4 digits. Heads up.
Oh, I know what 4 it is.
So I'm gonna watch the race.
I get the feeling it has something to do with Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, Chase Briscoe, Connor, and Nook.
Well, not Connor and Nook. It'd be Connor and Kevin. No, it'd be Nook and Kevin.
As Fenty wins the race off of pit road, followed by
Yeah, that's
Nook.
because he pitted early. That is a great moment for him off pit road. He's going to have probably the most gas now and the lead. We have a spinner on pit road. It's that lap car, Tom.
And who said I was going on 1985 now? Hold up. Oh, God, I already said it. God damn it.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
What's up? Keep saying those cuss words, Paxton said you're going to be preoccupied.
You know, if I'm Connor.
I'm going to get canceled by the FBI, CIA, a national security. The federal Libra.
You know, if I'm Connor, I'm preoccupied with that number 8 machine of Nook. Because that is right there. My pick to win this race. That number 8 machine of Nook is the one car to beat this race. I don't know how Fenty can perform.
Well, if he performs the way he has the entirety of the race, I would be interested to see the outcome.
As we're going into the iRacing restart zone.
You know, key restart right here, underway through the iRacing restart zone to the outside is Nook, faking around now to the bottom. He may have opened a lane below Fenty. He did not.
Here comes Connor.
Going to push the issue. He wants the lead.
Yeah, and got a huge drafting advantage behind them if they can get up to Connor. As Nook goes to the inside of Fenty. Connor's going to push Fenty. No, down to his teammate. Nook. Oh, we got a wreck. It's OTF. Oh, hard in the wall.
Into the wall hard.
3 wide.
Connor to the bottom. Finish stuck on the outside. Tom ripping that low lane. They push this issue.
3 wide for the race lead here at Indy. Now 2 wide. Now Miss Fenty who's he gonna push? He's gonna push Connor. Connor up the racetrack. Oh,
Trey into the second time in this
Oh.
race, Trey is around.
Trey goes around, and that number 34 Bean Machine is coming onto the inside of Monk, trying to get to Tom. I think he's still a lap down. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brunswick.
There's
hard in the wall goes
Connor.
Connor. He's gonna slow down Nook.
I was about to say he was making a gap, but then he hit the fence, and there comes Nook right back to the bottom. Wow, almost into the fence goes Connor.
Yeah, Connor, if he wasn't, I don't know. Connor almost put a bad block there, would have costed him, but and that's how skilled this
Huge
number.
block again.
Oh,
He can stop throwing the blocks, and Nook just threw a block on the wall, apparently.
must think his oil's up there. As now it's gonna be.
Monk to Fenty. Those will train. Look at this. They're unleashing the dragon.
As now everybody's gonna play the game of catch adopt me and Chuck E. Cheese. What sponsor? You got Universe, Hooters, Mountain Dew, Adopt Me, and Chuck E. Cheese. Well, what some
All
sponsors?
the things you can put on the 9 car. Why was it Adopt Me?
I would beg to differ. Or I would probably know who dared him. Rather, if he wants to say it, is that Kelly? And you got Kelly Blue Book as well.
Look at Finney still keeping it down there on the bottom, but the 20 of Zach wants it, and you know this is frustrating to Nook. Hold your composure, my friend, because that is one of the hardest things in racing, is to just say, I can fight another day. There's still half this race to go, and Nook is able to now scoot out a little bit of a gap on Finney. He's still in the draft. He's still got a shot. It's all about recuperating and really just not getting anyone behind you to push the issue.
Yeah, this Connor's pulling away on us. I was gonna see something, but it doesn't matter. It'll probably matter this time around. I was gonna check lap times, but I don't know. Get there. I don't know. Maybe Connor's trying to break the draft right now.
Talking about can he get there? Maybe no.
Can he get there? Maybe no. Too wide on the 21st lap.
And they can't get much wider than that. There's not much space here at Indy, but I will say it does look like Nook's starting to level the gap as he is way closer to the bottom than Connor. Into the wall goes spinning and to the line. Connor still unleashing the dragon here at Indianapolis.
Yeah, Nook gained a little bit that lap. In a couple laps.
That was a chunk right there. He took a chunk out of the lead that lap. And he can now get the draft off that 9 car. The 9's going to lose speed if he tries to turn the car around the track and stuff too hard. So either way, he's going to be able to gain when Connor starts to play straightaway strategy games. And really what I think here is that, man, Nook is a couple laps from just being able to lock down and take this lead back. It's all about letting Connor play those games and not bothering with, don't bother with, trying to play back. Just let him play the game and you go out there and try and win it.
Yeah, I'd say in about a lap or so, that Ada Nook will be gangbanging that number 9 machine.
Okay. These are not things that we promote here on BRL Live. You are cursed.
Who, me? Nope. You know what, Fenty, you are cursed.
Don't say that.
Hey, buddy, trust me.
If you have bias reporting up in here in the booth, you might get replaced by me. You might get replaced by Vince Welsh. Oh, Nook missing the corner and trying to get the power down. He won't be able to do that. He just hit the wall and never
had it all. And he really never had it all. And Connor's thinking he can have one Prozac a day. And he's open. Yep. You know what, mister? I think, you know what time it is?
What time is it? No.
I think it's time for some good old Fox. Crank it up.
No. Keep respect to one another.
All right, we're back, Big Mister. As so Connor,
I am incredibly tired of only doing crank it ups when there is something interesting happening.
hey, not my fault. Anyways, like I said, Connor, like I said, Nook was gonna gang bang Connor, and he did. And I don't mean that in a weird way, folks. I mean that in a friendly.
No way not to mean that in a weird way.
Like he was just beating and banging the sheet metal, boys.
Place your fire. Fire.
Bro, I'm gonna have.
Oh God, don't replace me with Jamie Little, please. Golly, aka NASCAR God. As now Connor's gonna try to get up and beat the meat out of Nook's car.
Oh, Rocky, I can't do this, bro.
Oh no, Nook's got oil dropping all over the track. Connor, watch out.
What's new? He's about to go flipping.
He's about to go flipping, Connor. It might
Connor got to run.
Yeah, Connor's got the run.
Oh, will there be contact? He's gonna he's gonna save that for another day. Another lap, maybe even one where they might need to go 5 wide, maybe the last lap.
Oh, here comes Connor now. Oh!
Look, not a fan of Connor at all right now, and I bet Connor's not much a fan of him.
Yeah, so when's your pit window, Mister? Or Mr. McReynolds?
My pit window is save, so that maybe we can come down, take 25, see what you have with about, I think they can probably run a solid another 10, I'd say 8 to 10 laps on this tank of gas, 8, 10. That's the new 6-7 guys.
As now Connor's trying to make it all of Nook.
There's the move. Missed the corner and Connor saw it happen.
Yeah,
and he chooses to wait again.
Yeah, can Connor have it all, or will he? Or will he never have it all? He won't. Oh yeah, Connor just hit the wall. I don't think he ever had it all either.
Wow, he's got a big run though. I think he can look to the bottom and turn one right here. There is no reason to play these cat and mouse games now. It's get to the bottom and get going. There it is. There's contact this time. And
Fenty and Zach are on pit road. Now. Fenty and Zach are on pit road, Big Mister.
And I think at this point, the pitting early might actually be a good idea. As hard as these two leaders are racing, they might be the cause of a gassy caution.
Yeah, and it does. Nook go into the wall and hit the wall, or does Connor have it all?
I don't know what, but I do know right now we are being treated to a race.
Yeah, and these past couple BRL Cup races have honestly been something to enjoy. As Connor hits the wall, oh no, I don't think he had it all.
That huge gap that he had
is gone. Is now. Oh yeah, Fenty and Zach got a huge gap on the leaders. I don't think they're gonna get lapped anytime soon.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a big concern of theirs. But hey, turn around. Look who's got some clean air behind Nook and Connor. You'll be treated to the Season 1 Brickyard 400 winner here at Indianapolis. Monk making it happen here in Indy. He's up to third. And in the draft of Connor, he has a chance to win this race.
Big Bruns is the pickle bean machine still a lap down or what?
I think Connor was able to drive it into that corner a little bit harder than Nook. I'm just not sure he's able to exit it better. Let's see what the gap looks like when they get back to the line. But man, it does. Chris, oh, into the pit wall. We got a two-car crash.
Oh, man, it's just as Monk got it, or Tom got it saved. Oh, man, I don't think that's the caution.
Guess what?
What?
For the second time in this race, we throw a caution on a 15-lap green flag run.
Jesus. You know, honestly, I was looking at Chris's fuel. He's about the same with the leaders, actually. I was about to say, it looked like he had currently the guy on the
leaders. Everybody's coming, and now it's about 50 or 25. And, you know, you take 50 and you're being safe and all, but what happens if you hit the wall?
The only thing, the only people that I don't think are coming is OTF, Zach, and Fenty.
Yeah, they're going to have that track position, but the work is ahead of them still. There is no turning it back and, you know, turning the pressure down for those drivers. It's not like they just won because of that. There's still a lot of work for them to do, and, you know, those three guys, they're going to come out in the lead, but there's a lot of defense and offense both of they're going to have to figure it out here within these next 10 laps, or they're going to be nothing more than chopped liver.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I don't know. Zach's got his pitting sign on. I don't know what that's all about.
So OTF.
Oh, that's funny. But
that makes no sense to me. I don't. Zach has more gas than anybody I can see. Yeah, he's got more than everybody in the field, and he thinks he needs to pit. This is not a good call by him. The call here is to stay out, I think, but, you know, I can't make a call for a guy that I'm not the crew chief over.
Yeah. And, you know, one...
I think if I'm the 20, I'm trying to judge my pit strategy off the 11, and the 11 staying out, who has a considerable amount less, he can make it. I am very, very solidly sure he can go to the end of this race, and I don't see why. I don't see why he's choosing not to stay out, as now the sign is off on the 20 car. Maybe he's listening to the broadcast.
He could be.
You know, I'm not a crew chief or nothing, but I mean, it sounds like this guy believes in what I have to say. So, see, it'll be 9 laps to go. It'll be 8 on the restart, actually. So, if anybody of those drivers that's just pitted stays out, I think it puts them in that chance. Why not go for it in a double points chance to put yourself in the playoffs? Zach is not in the playoffs without a win. They're all coming.
What the fuck?
Okay, at this point... Wait!
Oh,
no! Zach, stay out! What a change of events!
Wow.
Ridiculous! A late April Fool's prank on all of us!
Yeah, you know, if you look back, let's turn back the clock to 1985. They weren't racing NASCARs here.
What happened in 1985?
Okay.
In 2026, they're racing NASCARs. But if you turn back time to 1985, they ain't racing NASCARs here at Indy.
What happened in 1980? Like Chernobyl or something?
Back in 1985, Paxton, Connor just hit the wall and he never had it all. As Nook will win the race on the pit road, followed by Connor, Tom, Monk, Trey, and Chris. Okay. So you got your fastest guy in P4. What does Nook do?
I don't know
Who
about
wins this
fast,
race?
but, him and Connor have been matching speeds. They get to the lead, one of them, then the other seems to pick it up and back and forth. Now is who's who. Who has not just the speed, but who has the guts to make it happen here? It's going to be an 8-lap shootout to the finish, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, the driver that wins this race is going to be the one that sticks it in where it shouldn't be, the one that makes grip where they haven't found it all day, and the one that comes out of it all in first, whether or not they had the best car, the best strategy. You could be Trey right now, and you get one good restart where they all start stacking up, get to the bottom, take the lead, never look back. We saw it happen yesterday, and that could be today as well.
Yeah, this entire field is just big, meaty men slapping meat.
Dude, Brunswick, I'm about to kick this guy out of the room.
Buddy, it's not a bad term. You can look it up.
All right, we're heading to the iRacing restart zone and back underway. Throttle down, power out. Who's got the guts to take the Brickyard 400? 8
Not a good
for 50.
Not a good restart for Connor, but now that draft's gonna help him now. Big meaty men.
A big shove from OTF to Zach. Think Zach knows it's go time. You got the track position. You got to use it to get to the point before you let someone like Nook get past you and maybe not be able to do anything. The 20 shoving Fenty down the backstretch. Now Nook looks to the bottom of OTF. He has help from Connor. Will there be a move from Zach over in 3? Oh, he's going to give him a shot up the track. Zach was not trying to have a side-by-side battle. He wants to try and get this win with that chrome horn. Here comes Nook, and now the pressure ramps up for those 2 leaders. Nook is through, and with help, he will be fast.
Yeah, OTF hit the wall there. OTF hit the wall and blocked Connor's run. I don't think Connor had it all on that one.
Oh, there's contact between the OTF machine and the Connor machine. Connor
he put OTF into the wall.
And OTF is 3-4 wide.
4 wide.
Wow. Into the fence go the 2 leaders. Nook gets stopped at it. Connor loves to see it. He has the
OTF goes around. OTF has gone around. No.
Here comes Connor. He's going to make it 3 wide. 4 wide and into turn 3.
Oh.
I don't know how he made that stick. There it is. The comeback can't do it again.
Yeah, can the comeback? Zach into the wall.
Zach into it. Connor found grip where no one else did. That was the grass he had to go through to make that pass. What a move by Connor. With 7 laps to go, now 6. Zach wants it. Can't do it. He misses the corner. Into the fence goes the 20. Now Nook and Connor have gotten back together, but what they haven't done is gotten around Finney. Finney up the track, into the fence. Connor through the outside. Nook makes it 3 wide. Connor to the lead. What a drive he put on through the grass on the outside of 3 wide. What can this guy do? Connor to the point with 5 to go at the line. It's a double points race. Everything's on the line. It's his 3rd win if he can get it. For the field, it would be much bigger. Nook still trying to find a way to the playoffs, and Finney trying to break a winless streak that spans back to the start of the season at Martinsville. 5 laps for these 3 drivers. And hey, I said 3, turn around. There's the 4th. The 4th piece of this puzzle. Trey just won last night, submitted himself in the playoffs. He's not done today.
Yeah.
Nook is trying to figure out how to get to Connor. I think he thinks that is through Fenty. I think he needs to go through Finney. To the bottom of Finney, he'll get the 2nd if he can hold this line to around the outside. That's the bottom. Finney, grip on the top. He's to the point.
Fenty to the lead here at Indy.
Here comes Nook down there on the bottom. He wants 2nd. He's been
Trey,
running third.
where did he come from?
Maybe we need to call Trey the comeback kid. He's found his way up to the front with 4 to go.
Yeah, these SMS drivers could honestly tandem pass. Yeah, that was one thing Oh, Connor's flipping! Upside down goes Connor! Caution will come out!
I can't believe what I just watched. Connor has potentially bottled this win, and he is upside down.
Wow.
No one cares.
Trey is the leader at Indy. How did this happen?
Where did he come from? Wow.
And when we thought it couldn't get any crazier, it did.
Nook spilled his baby oil on the racetrack, and it's like Connor flipping here at Indy.
I'm just ready to shut up.
You saw what happened, Connor. He just, I don't know if he got pushed by Nook or if he was trying to just close Finney off, and they got into the wall, and there they go. Nook was just caught in the wrong spot, and so was Finney. He was stuck on the outside of Connor. You know who wasn't in the wrong spot? Trey. He drove through the middle of that crash. Actually drove through the 11 of Finney. You know where that's going to put him? That's going to put him on the point. Everybody except for Monk and Trey crashing here at Indy. Actually, Monk did crash, and so did, and to some degree, I would say everyone in the field got a piece of that wreck.
Looks like
Trey,
we will be pitting this time, I would assume.
Yeah, correct. Every driver in the field, except maybe OTF, was involved in that wreck to some extent. The entire field crashing here at Indy.
What a moment.
Wow. I mean, the stakes got too high. The lights got too bright. And when that happens, you can't see. And, you know, a misjudgment was made right there by Heather. I know he's distraught, but there's still time. He was just upside down, and he's now got a shot to win this race. I don't know why back there in 8th. This is confusing to me. He was ahead of Connor at the time of caution.
Who was?
Nook. Nook was in 3rd, 4th. Nook should be in 4th position. He's fallen now back, I believe, to 8th. Yes, 8th.
Well, that's up to Brunswick, not us, Big Mister, so.
OTF is pitting. So will Trey, Fenty. Oh, no, Trey stays out. Fenty into pit road. So is OTF. But Zach, not so fast. He's staying out. I do question that call. I do think Finney could have made it to the end of this race. Maybe those two drivers are anticipating a flurry of more overtimes in which they may be able to work their way back up through it. If not, then I don't really understand their call to pit right there. Trey and Monk out in front, two drivers that have never gotten the lead throughout the duration of this race. Brickyard history is preparing to be made.
Yep.
The Season 1 winner of this race was Monk. The Season 3 winner of this race was none other than Fenty, I believe. Who won the Season 2 running of this race is what I want to know.
I don't know. I didn't
figure it out.
Well, I can't figure it out when... 34 won the Season 2 running.
Figured it out. Didn't you?
Yes.
See?
Yeah. Now, can the comeback kid make a comeback? Or did he not come back from all the way back there and make a comeback?
That's a long way to go, but guess what? Somebody is going into Brickyard 400 history. Will it be Monk, the first to win 2 of them? Will it be Trey? Will it be Connor? They'll join Monk, 34, and Fenty in Brickyard history. Winners in BRL, and we are 2 laps away from deciding it. Into the iRacing restart zone.
Trey might run out of fuel. Trey might. Look at Trey's fuel. He might run out of fuel.
Will the fuel hold? Will the time last? Trey into the iRacing restart zone. We're underway. Connor got under Monk. That's a big shot to the 29's chance at winning this race. Connor's going to drive it into that corner, but side by side is exactly what Trey wants to see behind.
Yeah, but Trey could
to the white flag. I know he's telling himself, make it to the white, build up a gap. The 24 of Trey, he wants back-to-back wins.
Yeah, but you can pull away as long as you want, Big Mister. But can Trey's fuel hold him?
The draft is there. Connor looks low. He'll take the lead in turn 3. But Trey resisting on the outside. He has the run. A car length. Half a car length. Zach looking low. He wants the lead. Into the wall they all go. Coming back to the white flag. The 20 of Zach has found his way to the front. 1 to go with Indian. A pack of cars that want it. Connor to the bottom. 1 more comeback for the resume. Will it be enough today? The 20. The 9. OTF looks low. It's going to be side by side for 3rd. It is now going to be. Look at Nook. He went from all the way in 8. Now he's in 3rd with a chance to go to the playoffs. 2nd in points. Will it take him to the promised land? The block by Zach into the grass for Connor. The shot up the track. Nook through in the middle.
30 wide.
It's 3 wide. Nook to the lead with half a lap. Trey to the bottom. Nook to the point. He's going to do it through the middle on the last lap. The 8 of Nook. He's waiting to do this. But into Brickyard 400 history, Nook is going to the playoffs.
Wow. SMS 1, 2, 3. How about that team? How about that SMS team? 1, 2, 3 for them. What a race we have watched here at Indy.
The middle, Zach and Connor were figuring it out through the end of this race, and Nook said, I want none of this waiting game. He drove through on the middle and threw that block on Connor. Trey got there, and it was enough to take Nook to the playoffs.
My pick to win this race, Danny Nook from the pole position takes it 3 wide to win this race. What a move, mister. Have you ever?
Have never.
You have never.
And it's the most winningest 8 cars done in a while, even in real life.
Yeah, very, very true.
Come on, Michael.
What a race for SMS. What a race for the entire field. Congratulations to Diddy Nook. Entire field salutes Diddy Nook on his victory here at the Brickyard.
There's a lot to salute. That was a race to remember for that 8 car.
You know, Nook deserves some bourbon after this race, I'll tell you that.
Smoking it down in the front straightaway. I mean, I'm still in shell shock that Nook found a way from the back to the front and just did it like a champ.
You know, I do wonder where
he is devastated as he is. I know he is. That 9 machine of Connor owns this 8 car, you know he's proud of what Nook just did.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. That 8 car is. I loved it when I was there, and I'm glad somebody else is doing good in it. But Big Mister, Big Mister, let's do our first round of interviews. Wanna take it to Big Pickle?
I think we're actually going to try and get the 8 machine. Nook on the front straight away. Your winner, the 4th winner here at the Indy Brickyard in BRL. Nook, how about it? Nook, wow. I mean, me and Rocky were losing it coming to through the final 2 corners right there, watching you do what you did. How did you come all the way from 8th to the front of this race and win it?
I don't know, man. We started P6. We was involved in the big wreck with Connor and Slippin. I just didn't think I was gonna win it. I stayed out of pit road. I had 50 left in the tank. I'd like to thank Trey for being a good teammate throughout the season.
How about that?
Go ahead.
And how about that SMS team? 1, 2, 3. This team has always been good, but today taking advantage of big meaty men slapping me.
Yeah, we're finally able to do it. Really proud of the team here at SMS. Hopefully, we can get a championship this season.
Nook, the monkey is off your back. It's taking you up to this point, but now I can project he's going to the playoffs. Nook, what does it mean now to be back in these playoffs?
And the thing is, I thought I was gonna get sent back to Virginia, and
what's the play from here with this double points win? It's going to put you right there in position to win this regular season title. How do we do it? What's the strategy to become the regular season champion?
We just play it low. Don't be as aggressive anymore. OTF and Chris, if you guys can hear me, I'm actually really sorry for running into you guys. I had to run about 205 off of those corners from the draft. The help from Cincy, the help from everyone else helped me push my way, and I'm proud that everyone's happy. No one's upset with what we achieved here at Indy.
All right. Well, Nook.
Now, there's 4 people in this call. I'm not interviewing 4 people.
Well, congratulations on your win, Nook, and we'll send it off to Big MC. Big MC! This is Rocky and Big Mist in the booth. You got us?
Hold on.
Yeah, I got you.
Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Nooks, I went back on mute. Let's try this again then. Big Mickey Connor, this is Big Mist and Rocky up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got y'all.
Before we start asking about the race, Connor, how did you feel about Rocky's mid-race references?
I didn't hear a lot of it, but I certainly did hear a lot of preoccupied with 1985.
To take advantage of these big movie men slapping meat here at Indy. Take us through that last lap, and what would you go back and do if you had a chance to redo all that?
Yeah, really, haven't had time to look at a replay of the whole thing, but from in the moment of, I'd feel slide Nook into the wall slightly, because, obviously don't want to race him that way dirty for a win, but that whole race, I got him back a few times for it, but not entirely. Not dragging it into the next race, no reason to. But he pinched me down on the apron a few times. Obviously, just being aggressive. It didn't wreck me, so I'm not mad about it. Just really happy overall for him. Have the whole team in the playoffs now. I feel like we're all consistent enough to make it in with the points. Me with the 2 wins, Nook with the 1, Kevin with the, I think, 3, and Trey with the 1. I feel like definitely could see us maybe as the Final 4 as a team.
Yeah, Connor, I guess the final thing we all gotta know, what's the new plan for the playoffs?
Kevin 2, and then us, 3-1 individually. Feel like, with Nook's consistency, my consistency, Trey hasn't shown up enough for me to really judge that entirely with the consistency part. But Kevin's definitely got that down. I feel like going into the playoffs, if, we race the way we have been, get the finishes we have been, and just do it then, we definitely could see one of us being the champion of the season.
A lot of work to do, but we'll leave you to figure all that stuff out for yourself. Connor, congratulations on the win today, and we'll see you. You won the race as a team owner, you goofy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this guy doesn't even remember the fact that he won.
I appreciate it, mister.
All right, now you're banned from racing since you didn't remember this. All right, let's talk to the other SMS driver and finish out our podium interviews. Trey, this is Rocky and Big Mista speaking from the booth. Do you copy?
Yes, I do. Connor, join so we can be in next picture. And yes, I do copy.
Trey, what was the view from the back bumper of the 8, watching that whole thing unfold through 3 and 4? What did you see?
Well, Mr. C, coming on that, well, see, we were leading and then we got big issues. But then when we hit the white flag, basically, I got a big push, and I went. At first, I went for it, but we pushed Connor. But 3 and 4, I saw SMS 1, 2, 3, so I was still happy. I went. If you go back, I went for the move on Connor, but I got hit at the apron, which is all good. But Connor went for it and looked serious a bit. And once I saw my teammates there, and once we crossed the restart zone, I knew it was going to be a 1, 2, 3, and I'm happy about it. I'm proud.
Trey, there was a lot that went on that race. You were around in the same spot twice.
Correct.
Throughout the duration of this race. How did you come back, end up with third place run?
Well, Mr. C, I feel like it came from me staying out. I stayed out. I feel like it was all strategy, but then we lost a couple positions and gained it back once we got a big run down the back. I feel like I don't think you remember, but I got into Tom a little bit. That was my mistake, and the car just didn't feel the same after that at all.
You know what? We'll finish this interview out on one more note, and that is, well, Trey, that whole race was one of the most exciting battles between Connor and Nook. How does that make you feel going throughout the rest of the season about the quality of racing that your teammates can provide?
How does that make me feel, Mister? That makes me feel very good. That makes me feel great. I love to see when Nook and Connor win. They're always rooting for me to win, so why would I not root for them? They're teammates. And I mean, all of us have been very consistent this season. I really don't know what Connor was talking about with me. I mean, I've showed up a good amount, and when I've shown up, I have at least got maybe a top 5, unless it's some bad tracks. I really do try. But I think that I agree with Connor that I think that one of us may get the championship.
SMS emerging right now is one of the late season contenders. That is going to be a storyline to watch as we head in to the later races in the BRL Cup Series season. We will not be seeing you any time for cup races later on in the week, but we will be seeing you tomorrow night in the North Carolina Education Lottery 205, Charlotte Motor Speedway, Stock Car Thunder. Be there at 8 p.m. sharp to watch more of the action, more Nook, more Connor, more Trey, more Duncan, probably some more OTF, some Zach, and see how it all shakes out tomorrow night. This has been BRL Live, and we will see you.